Hello friends, welcome to night 43 of Fun with Cheese. That's right, we're halfway to 86, which means we're halfway to the same amount of cheeses that are offered at Dairy State Cheese. Excited to be here again tonight to the venison bunker, if you will. You guys are actually watching me on the cutting table, storage bins behind me and things like that. But I wanted to tonight include Arbor Vantage Tree Care, the ninja tree care industry. Steve and his crew will come and take a tree out, and you will not even know that they were there. True story, happened. Amazing work, and if you need to get a tree down in a tight spot or get a limb that's hanging, things like that, please do not go on a ladder. Don't be one of those people that are found in the Chainsaw Fails compilations on YouTube. Believe me, check it out. You don't want to be on that. If you think that you have to go on a ladder to cut a tree down, then you start to call these guys or any of our tree care industries members. I have lots of friends in the tree care industry, and I'll gladly wear your hat too if you send me one or give me one to wear. I'll get it right back to you. The pork producers in the United States, you guys as well are the way with your pigs, and believe me, if I could put 10 of them in my freezer, I would. My body's also made by bacon. Cincinnati was once known as Metropolis, the pork capital of the world, but that's why it says Ohio on my shirt. But you guys carry on. Tommy family down in southern Minnesota there, you guys are inspiring. Love watching your stories and things like that, and you guys are some of the best pork farmers I know, and do it well and do it in style, and God be with you guys, and God bless you all. So our story tonight, our guest has a little bit of a hinge here. We got to go together to get this thing rocking and rolling. First, I need to tell you two history stories to get to our guest. So, our guest tonight, or our first story tonight, history of the bagel. Is he talking about bagel? Yes. Cream cheese, yeah, we already did a story on that. I told you about that. That was back in Pennsylvania, and the Kraft Company bought them out. More on that when we get to there. So a lot of people think that it was the bagel itself, this thing right here, was invented about 18... Hold on, we're going to go to a different spot because Facebook Live is not working well in the venison bunker. So we're going to try it over here. Sorry, stay with me. We're getting set up. Where the skinning of the deer takes place. I got to turn the light on here. So we hang the deer up there, and that's where we do our skinning. So it's not quite at the same level. But anyways, 1683, people think that this guy here was invented by some Polish immigrants who helped the city of Vienna from Turkish conquest. And so it was a gift from the Polish people. But it goes back to 1394 in Krakow, Poland. I've been there. It's a cool place. They have awesome bagels. This is a Jewish delicacy. Okay, this is a product of their heritage and something that they made and they brought with them. Bagels never really showed up in the U.S. until about the late 19th century with the Jewish immigrants that came. But it never really caught on until the Lenders family in the 1970s started cranking these things out because it became hip to be eating ethnic food in the 70s. So as Lenders started working this thing, they had a really good thing going on, and they were selling like hotcakes. And in 1984, the Kraft Company, remember these guys, thought it'd be really cool. We're going to buy Lenders, and then we're going to have this big wedding between the bagel and Philadelphia cream cheese. So they did. They actually had a huge wedding, or they had a wedding, and they had an 8-foot bagel and a portly cheese or cream cheese bride named Phil, and they had the wedding and everything was fine. So what is it about bagels? Bagel people are like cheese curd people. When you go out to New York, where these things are very, very popular, and they have, like, they're made on a daily basis, the bagels themselves, they need to be fairly small, dense, gray, cool, and chewy delight that puts an exercise on your jaw on a Sunday morning. Now, bagel connoisseurs will tell you that the bagels are stale hours afterward. Stale bagels is like sacrilege. Geez, I think I said that somewhere before with our cheese curds here in Wisconsin. You need to eat them fresh, and you need to eat them now. If they sit on the shelf, we start discounting them. If you put them in the fridge, they're not really cheese curds. Sorry, it's just the way we are. So, we learned in the 70s, bagels were cool. So, there's this, everybody puts a different seasoning and different topping on their bagel. And so I found the guy that created is allegedly invented by David Gussin, who has a large variety of toppings and came up with the idea in about 1980. And so the legend has it that he was baking away and took all the toppings that were left after they decorated the bagels before they went in the oven, and then swept them all up, put them on a bagel, and told his boss, hey, this is a really awesome thing. Well, with any sort of crazy story that you claim to have the origins of, other people, there's 2 or 3 other guys that said that, hey, we did this, and this is us back in 1977, 74, and then the next one tries to top in 73, but there's no substantiated evidence. But David Gussin is the guy bagel that we all know and love so much. So, because it's so popular, the people in the cheese industry said, you know what, if this works on a bagel, why couldn't it work on cheese? So when I was down at Dairy State, Jill was taking me around, and I said, find me something that you really like, and she was walking me through the Jacks. And so I found that Bloody Mary Jack, and came across... Okay, third spot. Let's see how this works. So, this is my wife's favorite seasoning. She puts it on everything. Baked potatoes, you name it, she does it. So, when the cheesemakers got together and said, you know what, let's marry Dave Jack and the Everything Bagel seasoning. So tonight, I give you Everything Bagel Jack. True story, all the parts. Bagel got its origins in Poland and Krakow. David Gussin invented the Everything Bagel seasoning that we then put on there. And the Everything Bagel can be incorporated, and is, on the shelves at Dairy State as an Everything Bagel Jack. Now, I don't think that Dave Jack would enjoy it because, you know, he was the guy who stole ideas and marketed them all over. But I think this is true justice back to Dave Jack, that we took his cheese and did all these awesome things. And all you cheesemakers in the state of Wisconsin, you know what? Do service. You guys do an awesome job with the Jacks, and you're true masters in your craft. And I think that this is a really cool rub on the Everything Bagel Jack. You guys stay classy. I'm sorry about the cutouts. Had to be inside. It's raining today. But as everything, you know that this is Milk's step into immortality. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow for night double quattro, 44 tomorrow night. So take care. Have a great night. Bye.